The Boys season 4 has started to hit Amazon Prime. And if you're not familiar with the show, it's kind of interesting if you're into the superhero stuff because it sort of takes a much more cynical and gory look at the superhero world than Marvel ever did. And the whole idea is it's in a world where superheroes exist, but they're very popular, right? They're insanely popular. They all have Instagram accounts. They're all influencers. We're going to compete for the top, 7 slots and see who's the most, influential one in the biz. And of course, the superheroes make a lot of money because they're, influential people, right? So, the better you are, the more influence you have, the more money you make. It's just the way it works. They're making money. They're making movies about the top 7 superheroes. You go off and do a save. Is it scripted or is it not? Right. So it's sort of this sort of skeptical look at really what does it take to be a superhero in the modern world. And is it a real save? Like they go out and people are in trouble and the superheroes come in and rescue them. Is it real or was it scripted? Right. Or was it just PR spin? Because we all saw the Avengers where there was a lot of collateral damage. Well, you can't have that if you're the superheroes, right? You have to like spin it somehow. And the superheroes are all controlled by this one company. And the new season is out, and there was a lot of criticism of it for it being too woke, whatever that means these days. And the tomato meter, if you look at the reviewer scores of it, it scored about 95%. If you look at audience scores, it's scoring about 51%, which I find kind of interesting, right? So when those two things are that far apart, I always kind of look at it like, the heck's really going on? Well, the thing with this season that I find unique is that it does have a lot of politics in it, but it almost has turned politics into a caricature of itself. So it's like we are going into an election year. There's politics everywhere. You can't miss it. It shows up in the show, and you can really tell which set of superheroes are right, which set of superheroes are left on the political spectrum. Who's Republican, who's Democrat, and policies come into play. There's one of the religious groups, and then there's the right to choose. It's just all kinds of division, but it's almost turned it into a caricature. And the thing that I think has changed in American politics in my lifetime is there was a time where one side and the other could disagree and still work together to find solutions to actual problems. And over time, I think that's gone away. And I think what the show is doing is kind of making fun of that, right? It's like, yeah, people are just now defined by exactly what political party they associate themselves with. And you actually have circles of friends who have been like, oh, I can't, even sit down and have coffee with somebody from that group. I just can't. It's not within. Okay, but what if you're not talking about politics? What if you're talking about something else? But we've gotten past that as a country. And the show, I think, is kind of making fun of that. At least that's the way I take it. It's a decent. There's only 4 episodes of it out. It has kind of stayed true to its gory roots. Homelander's still a complete psychopath. That hasn't changed. Starlight's still struggling. I mean, it's got the essence of what has built it up to this point. And I think the people who have said, "Oh, it's gone woke," I think if you pay careful attention, it's almost making fun of that as well. And I think that was sort of the secret to a lot of careers and decent movie series over the years. I mean, Mel Brooks has made a lifetime out of just making fun of everybody. Now he did it very overtly, and this is a little more subtle, but I think it really has turned sort of modern America, at least the issues that show up into the show, into kind of a caricature of itself. I kind of enjoy it. I mean, it's certainly not for everybody, but I'm having fun with it. I liked the first 3 seasons. And if you watch the first 3 seasons, one of the characters called the Deep just seems like he could never do anything right. Looks like the Deep might actually be turning it around a little bit. We'll see how that goes, but it's early in the season, so who knows? A Train does seem to be on a redemption arc, but we'll see how that continues. But in the end, who knows how it's going to go? It's only 4 episodes in, so it's an interesting show. I enjoyed it. Certainly not going to be for everybody. But I don't think it's gone too woke. I think what it's trying to do, I think what the writer's goal was to just kind of turn everything into a caricature of itself and take it to the most extreme positions and kind of show people how ridiculous some of these, oh, we can only go this way or we can only go that way sort of things really are. But I hope everybody has a great weekend if you're watching this on the weekend. If not, have a great week. I'm gonna keep watching this season, but so far I'm liking it, and that dude is a absolute complete and total psychopath. So everybody have a great day.